Fab Four, we are going to be dishing about hot topics and all the things that y'all want to know about, and that's trending on social media. All right, ladies, welcome to season 3. Queens.
I know. Yes, Queens. Congratulations.
Hey.
Right.
Are y'all excited about the new time? Celine, I know you are, because you was falling asleep sometimes at the end. You be like, I gotta go attend to these kids.
When I tell you, my kids was
Selena was like,
oh,
okay. Like, I'm about to jump in the bed, right in that bed.
Right now.
Off the chain. It'd be like 11, almost 1. It'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I get in the bed.
Right. De-Selena-rize yourself, right?
Right. You got to take all the makeup off and your wigs and carrying on and your outfits. And then, the kids be asleep. You miss them going to bed. So it's like you're a bad mother. Like, it's just really a lot. It was a lot. So
I totally appreciate the show coming on earlier, and because it was like now like we can still like go meet, go have a bite to eat, go have dinner.
Girl, that wasn't bothering you. We meet and you meet with everybody afterwards anyway.
I would, but this is the thing. I wouldn't be so tired. Like I wouldn't be getting there. You know what I mean? It's like I'm getting there like, hey, ready to turn up,
That's true.
But I think for me, I had revolved everything around the later hours. And so I just think I just got to get back to revolving everything around these hours, because it kind of gets me in the midst of not finishing my business day. But I mean, we do this, and this is business too, and this is what we do. So we'll be doing it
earlier.
That part.
This is the original time I started on FOXSOUL at 7 p.m. I'm sorry, 5 p.m. on the West Coast. And I think, we done switched around so many damn times.
We really have, I know. But it's the perfect happy hour time. I mean, it really is. And especially going toward winter.
What y'all drinking? What y'all have? I got the tea.
I'm on my
I have my usual, my vino.
I have Merlot tonight.
I have a little bit of Tito's.
Yes, Tito's.
Well, damn, Claudia, the whole gallon. You just drinking it straight. Okay. You getting down like that tonight, Claudia?
He's on vacation, not you.
Hey,
listen, ladies, I've been working on this project, and it has caused me to have a couple of drinks here and there, basically almost every day.
Not a couple. That's the whole bottle.
That was a gallon.
Name brand, Claudia been brought out some Boone's Farm, child. She be having the most off the chain drinks.
You know what, Selena? I am really surprised she hasn't pulled up Boone's Farm. I mean, you took it back.
Where can I get some from? What did she have? Remember we did the throwback show? What did she have?
Mad Dog 2020.
Right.
Same thing.
So speaking of off the hook, off the chain, and lit, before we get into our hot topics, we got to celebrate our very own Queen Vivica A. Fox, who recently appeared on Fox hit show, The Masked Singer. Take a look at this.
Oh.
And I just had to live, and I want to give.
I just wanted Mother Nature to just like have a good time and have fun, because Mother Nature can be very scary and beautiful at the same time.
This is what The Masked Singer is all about. It's about having fun, and you exemplify that in every sense of the word.
Are you ready to call me mommy?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, what was
how
it
much
like
fun was that?
Were you nervous, and what was it like?
Totally. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've done, the only kind of reality shows I care to do are competitive reality shows, where it's like you got to kind of show skills. And that one was completely different than anything I've ever experienced, just because you're so isolated. You're like, they keep layering layers and layers of stuff. Like you get there, and first they made the outfit look like it was going to be kind of sexy. Then they came, and then they put this wooden head on me, and it's just
like, wait a minute,
right? Okay, then, but wait a minute, girl. At one point, they had me come on, had a branch attached to me on the back, and the branch was heavy as hell. I said, wait a minute, now hold up. Right. I mean, the branch was heavier than the whole outfit. So, and then, you're then trying to do your steps, you try to do your choreography, then you're trying to remember what the song lady teaches you, how to sing the song. Like, it's a lot of different layers. But it was great. I mean, the best thing about it was that I got a great reception. People were like, Mother Nature, we love you. So it made me feel
you
really
could have been
good.
a money tree.
Hey.
Well, that had to be hard because even without all that stuff on, performing and singing with steps is hard in general. And remembering lyrics,
yes,
is tough.
It was tough. I mean, I wish I could have went, a little bit further, but it was really fun. I mean, I've always been a fan of the show. So, they got something special over there because that show is huge. My phone was blowing up the whole night. They was like, I knew it was you. And can I tell y'all, the first time I heard myself singing, because they sing your little playback thing, I'm like, my voice is so recognizable. I do voiceover. I'm always on TV. The moment I started singing, I looked at Twitter and everybody's like, that's Vivica. I knew it. That was Vivica. So they were hitting me and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't even tell you guys. And, but so now I go places. They're like, what's up, Mother Nature?
Okay, now.
Well, I just want to say one thing. Can the people get out of my inbox? Because somebody think I'm the skunk and I'm not. Okay. I don't know who the skunk is. But it's not me. It's when I tell you my DMs are on 1 million. Girl, that's you the skunk. No, it's not. But it is an R&B singer that I know, but it ain't.
Wow. But hey, Masked Singer, y'all, you've already had one of the queens. Come get each one of them, all right? Because that show's going to be around for a while. That's what they should do. They should pluck y'all. It's a hell of an experience. It really is.
They should put Celine on the show. I don't know about this little raspy dusty.
But that's why they should put you on the show.
I don't know.
Claudia, you can have a couple of cocktails and you will think you on stage singing, girl. You be fine.
Instead of in the shower.
Lisa Ray will turn up. Lisa Ray will be honey.
Lisa Ray sings for us every week.
Every week.
I'll sound like a cat in heat howling in that thing.
Not a cat in heat.
Hey, let's congratulations, Queen. That's amazing.
Thank you so much, sweetheart.
I love seeing y'all just do all these other things on the side and still come back to Cocktails with Queens every Monday. So yeah, congratulations. I love it. Keep building up those brands and blowing up even more. All right, y'all, let's get into these hot topics. Donald Trump still trying it. Now he asked a federal judge in Florida to force Twitter to restore his account, which the company suspended in January following the attack on the Capitol. Trump used a social media platform to get ahead in the race for the presidency in 2016. And during his presidency, he continued to use and misuse the platform to push his agenda, attacks on his enemies, and dominate news outlets. Based on all of his past history, should he be allowed to be back on Twitter? What do y'all think?
He just keep pushing his agenda. He keep using Florida because that's where he live and that's where he think he got all the power at and everything. But no, see, with being the president holding the highest position in the world, and you supposed to be an example and you just misused it the way that you did, then I would be afraid because he's such a person that says exactly what he wants to say no matter what and when you are, because there's a time and place for everything. And when the president don't have it, then who the heck are you supposed to follow? You know what I mean? So I think you just keep them silent. Which really
I absolutely agree with you 100%, Lisa Ray, to allow this toxic man to come back on Twitter would be an absolute huge mistake. This man cannot. Did you see him at his recent rallies? He is just so negative and so toxic. His leadership qualities will just take us backwards again. And I think for the country to continue to move forward, they just can't allow it because he's going to abuse it.
Facts. Selena, what do you think?
I agree with both Lisa Ray and Vivica Fox. I think that this man invoked he invoked an entire uprising of racism. Yes. Now we know that we have systemic racism and it's underlying, and we know that, but he made it okay to be racist openly. And that's not okay. And as a matter of fact, since he's been out of office, not that it's been super great, but it has been different. It has been a little bit better. We are not waking up to something negative every morning about what he said or what he did that enrages people. And I'll tell you what else, that type of talking and banter causes anxiety. Yes. It causes anxiety in people. And we have enough things that cause that on our own day-to-day, on our own, all by ourselves. So we don't need public figures perpetuating hatred and toxicity. We don't need that. So he doesn't need that. He doesn't need Instagram. Go do something for a charity. Go be useful somewhere else. We don't need you down to the Instagram. We got enough haters.
We went from that to not knowing a damn thing. You know what I mean?
You know what? Listen, there is a way that, checks and balances are supposed to be ran in the country, especially when it comes to politics. This man was a basically reality star that came into the White House and just created chaos and created his own rules that now that we're back to the way things are supposed to be ran, we're kind of like, so let's continue to let our leaders be leaders and lead and do the right things and not have the days of Trump coming in each day with an embarrassment, for ratings. Like, it's just no.
I think it's, of course, a slippery slope when we start picking and choosing who can and cannot speak publicly right on these platforms. But in the case of Donald Trump, since he is such an influential person, the fact that he used his Twitter as a call to action to rally the troops, the racist troops, the neo-Nazis, the deplorables. He didn't use his
good
power
old boys.
Good. And he inspired a nation. And I'm gonna bring it on back to Sarah Palin. She was the first one that got those rallies. Her rallies were just like Klan rallies, in my opinion. She was the one that kicked it off, and Trump picked up that baton and ran for the finish line. And when he did not check those insurrectionists and let it just go down and seem to sit back and with glee, he proved that he's not a responsible leader and a responsible person to even have Twitter. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
We ban bullies every day. Why is he different?
And even just petty shit like when the draft happened, the number one draft pick was a black college kid, right? And he didn't congratulate the black kid. He congratulated the second draft pick with the number 2 draft pick, which was a white boy. And I'm like,
oh my God,
give the college kid. He would do stuff like
garbage.
That.
He's so blatant. He's so blatant with it, It's like,
he bullied so many people personally. He took it as personal vendettas. So speaking of social media, today was wild on social media. It's been reported that Mark Zuckerberg lost between $6 to $7 billion during Facebook and Instagram and Twitter outages just today.
Wow. Wow.
I'll tell you, I feel like knowing that he make that much money, I'm a hater. I feel like now he needs to at least pay all of us for making it as big as for at least a week.
Okay.
Give us a percent per how many fans and viewers and members and whatever else I'm supposed to be saying to us.
But did you all think for a second, like I was mad at my phone. I was like, you know what, this phone, this is making me now want to go get me an iPhone because this Android just keeps on getting on my nerves. I was blaming on the phone. Everybody's like, no, WhatsApp and Instagram are all down. This fool lost how much money in 6 hours?
6 to 7 billion. And let me correct myself. It wasn't Twitter. It was the WhatsApp app.
WhatsApp, Instagram, all of those ones and Facebook.
That's a phone.
I think all of them went down. I mean, it was kind of strange not to check the latest and the greatest gossip. I mean, that's how I stay abreast. I do.
But if you lose, go ahead.
No, you got Selena.
No, you go ahead. I'm just going.
You go ahead.
If he lost $6 billion in one day, how much money do this dude make in a week?
A lot.
Times 7.
It's just too much power and a lot of money for one person. And, we're the content creators that are making his platforms popular.
Right.
There should be some kind of profit sharing. Some kind of profit sharing.
And can I and you did say that this happened after the whistleblower did her interview today, right?
Right. That's what I was talking about earlier.
The math. Y'all do the math. I'm just saying.
She is turning up and she is a real case. And she might get some headway. I won't be surprised if Facebook and Twitter has even more stringent restrictions, if not banned, like later on in many years. And it's going to jam up a lot of people because a lot of their money comes from Instagram and Facebook. People make money on the internet. It's not just for pictures and posts and likes. People getting paid out here down to the social media.
Speaking of get paid, we're going to take a quick commercial break so we can get paid. We'll be right back with more Cocktails with Queens after this.
Got
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cocktails with Queens at our new time, 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East. Make sure you call your friends and hit them up because I don't know if everybody got the memo because, it's our first week doing it at this earlier time. So make sure you tell everyone so they don't miss the live show. Speaking of missing out, R. Kelly is not missing a chance to be a jerk, actually, because now that he's gone down, He trying to take everybody and their mama out. Now, it's been reported that he plans to barter with prosecutors to provide names of multiple celebrity pedophiles, in which one is a huge singer and a rapper. Now, the insider stated that his team are working with the feds to reduce his own prison time. He'll provide evidence against other celebrities who were pedophiles, and they'll reduce his sentence. So you've been knowing, R. Kelly. You've been knowing that you were part of this pedophile ring, and you got your friends that are pedophiles. And now that you're going down, now you want to tell. But when you saw them doing it, it was all good.
Let me tell you something. He ain't gonna want to be in or out.
Yeah.
That kind of behavior. Because when I tell you, people don't like pedophiles, and the people got to let them, he got to let them know when you move in the neighborhood. So that means everybody gonna go, aha, that's where you at, and that's who you are. So it's not gonna behoove him to be out in the world where people can really get to him, or inside where people can get in him. I mean, get to him too.
And he's a snitch. Snitch. Ain't a snitch get stitches? Ain't that what it say?
All the bitches
get stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I gotta tell you.
Uh-oh, don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry. I think he has really been misjudged here. I don't think he needs to be in jail. I think he needs to be in an insane asylum.
Oh, okay. All right.
There we go. You made us nervous for a second.
No. Don't get it twisted. I think he needs to be in a straitjacket. I think some of the behavior that has been going down has been erratic. And I think that a lot of Black men in jail have been misjudged. Like I had a friend who went to jail a long time ago. He said his roommate was so damn crazy. He said that went on a lot in jail, because what they do is they throw Black men in jail. They just throw everybody in jail. If you're crazy, if you kill, just everybody go to jail. But this dude needs real help. He needs to be in an insane asylum. Insane asylum. Real talk, like on meds, like drugged to the point where, like constant therapy. Like it's too much. It's too much.
Well, see, if he get on drugs now, it ain't happening now. Like he ain't doing nothing now. It only happens when he see a 13-year-old.
He been on them. He just wasn't taking them. That's what the people said. The people said the man had bipolar.
He's gonna keep him his eyesight correct and off of them. Like,
I just think he needs to be in an insane asylum because he's crazy.
Because of mental health issues.
I think he has mental illness. I think he's a narcissist, and I think he has mental illness because you're very narcissist if you all this time you had this information on other people that were hurting people, and then it wasn't until you found out you got in trouble that now it's pertinent. But that also means you didn't ever think that you were guilty of anything.
Oh, yeah.
You never thought you were going to get caught. That's crazy.
I feel like he's going to get hurt. I feel like he's going to get hurt.
Vivica, what do you think about this? I'm asking you because you look mad young, and if he was out, he'd probably be. I'm sorry.
Can I tell you the worst part is that one time he did ask me to introduce him at an award show. So maybe I looked too mature back then. I'm just glad I didn't end up in the harem. It's a sad end of the chapter. Like, wow, here we go. You get convicted last week, and now this week you like, I'm telling. It's some other people out there I'm gonna take down too.
Crazy.
I mean, it's just,
it's
instead of
erratic.
asking for help or maybe trying to help others from where you are, from your experience. Now you're gonna snitch.
And I'm curious to know how he knows about these other pedophiles.
And you ain't said nothing all this time.
Were they doing it together? Were they pedophile parties? You know what I mean? Like, damn. And now you just made yourself look even worse.
Right. Mental illness. That's a psychopath. That's mental illness.
Narcissism too.
And narcissism at its finest. It's off the chain.
I hate to do this to our brothers, but they are in the news, so we got to cover it. Just so y'all know, disclaimer, the queens are not against Black men. We're against Black men and white men and white women and just anybody that harms other people.
I'm not against R. Kelly. I'm not against, I'm just against what he represents and what he did. You know what I mean? So, he is a personal friend, but I have to admit, as a mother, as a young Black woman, you know what I mean? I'm not down with it.
Do you still consider him a friend now, even with all this that's going on?
He did it to me. So I mean, our friendship hasn't changed. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I mean, I pray for him. Absolutely, I do, because he gonna need it.
He's a mess. All right, Bill Cosby heading back to court because of a civil lawsuit over claims he sexually assaulted. God damn, I'm sick of these.
Leave this man alone.
Sexually assaulted 15-year-old Judy Huth at the Playboy Mansion in 1974. Now, Huth claimed that in 2014, a lawsuit that she met the then 37-year-old Cosby in 1974 when he welcomed her and a friend who was 16 on a film set. She claims she met Cosby days later and he gave her alcohol before inviting her to a party at what she believed was going to be a party at the Playboy Mansion. Now, the trial date is set for April 18th of next year, and Cosby plans to invoke the Fifth Amendment against self-incriminating for all questions pertaining to his name, age, and address. What are your thoughts on this story, y'all?
Remembering this like so now. I mean, how long did you say? 1974?
1974.
I wasn't even born.
And now it's like magically she has memory and remembers details and this and I mean,
everybody trying to get on the bandwagon
it's ridiculous.
Come on.
Did she say he did this to her at Hugh Hefner's mansion?
And she's 16.
Girl, why the hell you at the mansion?
Yeah, what you doing around him at 16 anyway?
Why the hell you there?
Balloons was gonna be there in streamers.
So it was at a party. She believed it was going to be at the Playboy Mansion, but it really wasn't. Like he, supposedly said, "Oh, it's going to be at the Playboy Mansion. Meet me at this address," and it was another address. Is what I'm thinking.
And you just now telling everybody.
15
So
years.
at 15, you're talking to a 37-year-old man.
Right. Let's start there.
Where are your parents? How are you able to do this? There's missing pieces for me. It's the missing pieces. Where's your mother? Where's your father? Why are you talking to Bill Cosby? What's happening? You said you met him down to a set. Why are you at that set?
By yourself.
Without
and this is what I want to know. If they find out that she's lied and fabricated this story, can he then go after her and press charges? Yeah. Yes. Because I mean, like where was she during when everything happened with this first trial?
You know what irritates me about these kind of cases? I'm a big believer in, listen, you can take however long you want to take to talk about some sexual assault. I get that. But I just need the same energy to be kept. Because isn't the little biatch that lied on Emmett Till, isn't she still alive?
Yep.
Go get her.
Speak on that.
My time. Go get after her and then get at me about these other ones. Not saying that this girl doesn't have a story.
I think she died, but she was alive.
Until like a year ago, she just died.
Yeah, she just died.
She just passed.
But when she admitted it, nobody did nothing. Everybody was chilling. Like,
oh, that's the past. That's the past.
Yeah.
I just find it funny how we pick and choose what stories from the past that
double standards.
We pick and choose the stories from the past that we want to dive deep into while we let others go. And that's the part that irritates me. All right, moving on. We got to talk about this shady nurse. A nurse in Florida was fired after posting photos of a baby born with birth defects on her social media. Sierra Samuels, a nurse in the neonatal intensive care unit, posted photographs of the newborn who has a birth defect of the abdominal wall where the baby's intestines are found outside the baby's body. What are your thoughts on this story? And why are kids risking their careers for these viral moments that don't pay the money? They just do it for attention. What is going on?
What you said, it is that case, Selena, you was talking about, that she was saying that Facebook and social media is
Mark Zuckerberg, the whistleblower.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? It is because this generation is so thirsty for that, because this is the time. This is what runs the world. If we just use this sporadically and not really just be glued to this. Look, listen how we was when we first came on and said, oh, today it was off, and we was like, because this is how we get all of our information. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
What kind of nurse are you, though?
That story, when I heard it, just,
hurt
absolutely disgusted me. Because, first of all, it's like, it's a child, a baby. And to think that you're so sensitive. And it's a baby that is, in intensive care. And you're like, oh, yeah, I mean, it's heartless. absolutely heartless and ridiculous.
Doesn't it make you nervous about if you ever have to go in for some kind of procedure that these people are so reckless? The people that we're supposed to trust before we get anesthesia and be put under could be taking pictures of us naked or in compromising positions.
Yeah,
and put all of our medical business out there. That's what I'm thinking about. Like,
Yes.
what are you doing? That's all kind of violations of HIPAA laws.
I even hate it when I make reservations over the phone, or you call about your mortgage or your bill or whatever, and then they pulling up all your information and they go, is this the
right?
Yeah.
You almost want to go, nope, click, you know.
I'm gonna call back and get somebody else.
Right. And then you want to get somebody white thinking that they ain't gonna know you, but that ain't the case either, you know.
I be hating that. I be want to have, like, I went to the gynecologist one time. I was going for a checkup, okay. And my feet were in the stirrups. This really dark-skinned Indian guy, well, I thought he was Indian, came through. I'm like, all right, he's not gonna know who I am. He's like from India, right? And so while my feet are up, towards the end, he goes, and I know who you are, me and my wife. I said, dude, my guy. And he wasn't Indian, he was black. And I'm like, God damn it, you tricked me.
Totally inappropriate. Yeah. Totally inappropriate and unprofessional.
People better than that. He's like, by the way.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Selfie.
Sometimes that works for you and sometimes it don't. It's like
agreed, Sheree. Sometimes it's like, oh, thank you. You glad when they see you and usher you straight through. Another time it's like, really not today.
I know.
Not with your legs in the stirrups. Can we
just that's like definitely a compromising position.
That's a lawsuit, low key. It's a lawsuit.
That's what I get for going to a cheap ass clinic.
That was in the past, so you know you probably don't remember that.
But can I ask y'all this? Don't y'all hate when y'all like out somewhere and somebody's trying to eat, like, you know, they notice who you are and they act like they're on their phone and they're like this?
Yeah.
And you're like,
it just happened to me.
And then we be moving like this.
High, you know?
We be like this.
Right.
Hey, ladies, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more Cocktails with Queens when we return.
I'm like busted.
Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. During the break, we were still talking about that story about that trifling nurse. And Vivica, we were talking, I hate that.
It was a sister.
It was a sister.
Dang, girl.
Listen, ass whoopings don't have no discrimination. You can get your ass whooped.
And neither does ignorant.
Asian, Chinese, the Indian, the Mexican, whatever it is, you can get an ass whooping for fucking up. And that's exactly what she did.
Yeah.
Because had that been me, slow singing and flower
ringing.
In the comments, Hope said, let her go. And she just made it harder for the next hardworking sister. Like they made
true.
You know,
absolutely.
Real talk.
It's unfortunate.
And that's the reason why we feel a way about her being an African American, because it's already hard for African American women to get ahead in any industry, especially in nursing and the medical field. We're already getting paid less than everybody else. Now you just knocked us down another notch because of your behavior.
That part. All right, well, we'll move on to some positivity and from some rat behavior to some queen behavior. We reached the part of the show where we talk about our personal lives and how our relationships and how we've overcome obstacles in our own lives. I want to welcome everyone to our queendom. All right, ladies, tonight's topic is about the importance of reconciliation among women when it comes to the issues of betrayal. It was inspired by the public apology that singer Lil Fizz recently gave to Omarion for dating his ex-girlfriend, April Jones. Watch this.
To my brother. And I'm not proud of it, man. So I want to sit here humbly and sincerely apologize to you for any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family, though.
Queens, why can men seem to easily settle their differences when it comes to betrayal, but women cannot? And would you forgive your bestie if she dated one of your exes? Whoever wants to go first.
I can. No, I am not forgiving her because that wasn't just an ex. that's a baby mama. And a baby mama and a fiance and the heartthrob of your life is off damn limits to your friends, because you've whispered in that person's ear about how they make you feel, the problems that you had. And then you looking at them like, Rich, was you really just listening to me or taking notes? So I will appreciate, who's that Fizz? I appreciate him being man enough to apologize. But before, you said y'all wasn't brothers, that y'all was just band members. So I don't know, all of a sudden now we brothers, and we was brothers then and we brothers now. I will leave it at that and say thank you, my brother, for the apology, and especially publicly. That's big. And we still ain't cool like that though. I have to keep you. No, hell no.
Well, you know, like you said, Lisa Ray, I commend Lil Fizz that he was man enough to do that in front of everybody. But what I love more than anything else is that Omarion has been the smartest and calmest throughout this whole experience. He was like, let me tell you something. You go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go over here and get in a Zen moment and do some stretching and keep this body tight right, and then line up these coins. He kept it in perspective. And I guarantee you, Lisa Ray, he's still gonna keep it in perspective. Like, you know what? We are a group that made history together. It's better for us to have peace publicly. But guarantee you, he got that in the back of his file cabinet, filed away, that he won't ever have him around his woman.
The question though is about women compared to men. It seems like it's a lot easier for men to go ahead and do that, especially publicly. When women, we can see someone go like this when we walk by, and we think, oh, she shaded me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think the difference is with women and men? Selena, I wanted to hear your take on this. What do you think? Seems like it's harder for us sometimes. Is that true?
I totally think that it is very, very hard for us to do that. I'm not sure why. However, I do want to point out that April is the common denominator. And what men do really well is it'd be like bros before hoes every time for them. But for us, it's the other way around. And I feel like women feel like, and not everybody, you know, it's you know, there are a lot of women out here who are like, I know my worth, he can go to hell, you know. But there are a lot of women, first of all, we outnumber men. I think the statistics are like 8 or 9 to 1, you know, 8 or 9 women to 1 man. So we're always feeling like we're in a direct competition, where men, it doesn't really seem like they're in a competition. They really just kind of move like bros before hoes. And you know, with Fizz, I loved that they did that. I also love to see Raz B up there too, because they've had some turmoil with him too, but to see them all come together and reconcile is a really beautiful thing for the world to see, for younger generation to see.
Exactly.
But it wasn't until she went and got with Dr. Dre, or what else, that's the rumor, that it's like, oh, you ain't important either. You know what I'm saying, Fizz? You ain't important either. So it forced them to kind of be like, well, she the common denominator. She's the one that's off the chain.
Now what?
Right. Like, well, we the ones that's off the chain. So let's all come back together. But Omarion's like, I told y'all that the people were friends.
I got bigger issues even with the Chris Stokes thing. If you're going to help me, then bring it all the way around for me 360 so I can say, hey, this was real, this was true, and I was honest, and this is what happened.
But women feel like women are more in competition with each other, and not even just with men. We compete against each other in little dumb shit. In hair, in makeup, in jobs, in all type of little shit. We're very crab in a barrel mentality. But what we need to do is start picking out that common denominator like they do. Like, oh, it's sisters.
I'm not mad at a little friendly competition with my girlfriend. I'm not mad at that.
No, we don't do that. Not that kind of competition. I'm talking about that dangerous competition, not the little fun stuff.
Right. I mean, I believe there's also a difference between chicks and ladies. Most ladies like a little bit of friendly competition. Like, yeah, she looking good, right? Let me go get my tail up and drink some water and hit the gym.
That's motivation.
You know what I mean?
That's motivation.
Over there, like, well, you know, I am doing this, that, and the third. I don't want to be around no chicks. I prefer to be around the ladies.
I really wish we could get a handle on this competition thing when it becomes toxic, because at the end of the day, we can, we can talk screen girl power all we want, but you see how quickly the men get on code and support each other. And at one time, they both was on April tip. Okay, they were both having pillow talk with her and saying their thing. And now all of a sudden, it's like, oh, forget April because she went to a bigger fish. And I just feel like because we are like this, we make ourselves so easy to be turned against each other, right? When do we see moments like that with a man cheats on you with another woman? We get mad at the woman. We get mad at the woman.
We'll fight on the street.
Yeah, nobody wants to
but you know what? But when you bring it back around, because sometimes immaturity and madness takes over. But when you're really able to sit down and go, okay, then you should be able to bring things into perspective and go, all right, let's talk about this. You know what I mean? And it may even take a little minute to get back to where you were, or you might feel like I'm still going to keep you at bay. But I think, like you were saying, for the bigger picture of showing others that it can happen and that it should happen, because when you do have somebody that you have been around and you got history with, it almost makes me feel like I ain't looking for no newbies. I ain't looking for no new sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the ones that I got history with, that you can have cussed me out and you could have then laid over me and walked over me or whatever, but we got the shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because the new ones, I got to watch you because I don't know what you're going to do. You know, at least this one right here, I know what your ass going to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, you stop that. You know what I mean? But I think that if we had more communication and maturity about ourselves to be able to sit down and say, let's hash this out. Let's agree to disagree or vice versa. And we may get up and walk away and say, I still don't agree with it. But then it's like, leave that shit right there. You know what I mean? And take the emotion out of it. And let's just hash it out like businessmen do. And leave
emotion.
Keep it going.
Before we go to commercial, I'm going to leave y'all with this. And someone in the audience out there, you're going to get mad at me. Keep that same energy for that man that betrays you as you will for a woman that betrays you. Because a lot of times y'all so quick to take a man back that did you dirty, but you hold your friend, your girl to a much higher standard. I get that we're supposed to be, we girls, but like, don't be
That's
so
the
quick.
power of the D, Claudia.
Okay, man. You're right. You know what? Let me
nose spread.
I gotta deal with him later on. We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be back with some more Cocktail Queens. Hey, babe. Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. Oh, in messy news, we got a messy story for y'all. I want to hear y'all take on this one. Comedian Little Duval posted a tweet about cheating, and Amber Rose's ex, AE, seems to agree with the message. The tweet reads, sometimes getting caught cheating is a blessing in disguise, because if they didn't catch you, you'd probably still be with the wrong person. Well, AE reposted the tweet on his Instagram story with the caption, God's plan, and he put the goat emoji next to Little Duval's name. It seems like Amber Rose caught wind of AE's post because she responded with this message. Finding out your man is a bitch got to be the worst gender reveal ever. What do you?
Well, that was good. I give her an A for that. Was a good old clap back, bitch. Yes, I love that. That was awesome. I have to give her
Amber
that.
Rose will get you together. Amber will.
At first, I was going to be like, Amber, no, leave it alone. But that,
she
awesome.
did.
But was that really the first time that she knew this?
No, it was not.
What do you think about
the clap back was good.
It don't mean nothing.
But you got to give her the clap back on that one. That was clever.
Clap back.
Amber Rose will gather you. Mother will
gather you. Mother will gather you.
She got him together. But
you know what?
Dumb.
Can I tell you the saddest part about this is that she thought he was the one. She was really, she's a beautiful lady. She really is. And she's had her share of bad relationship, as we all do. Absolutely. But she, but she really thought he was the one. I mean, I remember them with the little green hair and the baby and the videos. And like I said before on one of the shows, Lisa Ray, we were talking about it. And I was like, I was shocked. He cheated with her with 11 women. So you know what? Dump on his ass all you want to, Amber Rose. He got it coming.
Lord,
it seems like she falls deep and she really falls, and she's a one man at a time.
Because we're all looking for love, and when you find it, it's like it's okay, and you want to give all of yourself to that person because you want it to work, So I'm not mad at that.
Let that be a lesson to you, ladies. That once again, they start off good. That I say the agent shows up, and then the real him shows up like 3 months later. Take your time to get to know someone. Really take the time. Make them earn the stripes. Make them earn the titles. Really.
Remember when she used to clear Kanye? She used to get Kanye all the way together when he tried to say he had to take 11 or 12 or 7 showers before he got with Kim. Amber, she ain't really much to be played with. What you think, Selena?
Well, to piggyback off of what Vivica said to the ladies, like take the time to know, your relationship. I want to say too, take the time to know who you are.
Amen.
Because you are what you attract. You do realize that. And what's interesting is AE, that's his name, because I don't know these people. But what's interesting is Little Duval's statement actually was a very good statement. Exactly. It was a very woke statement, and then he took it somewhere else and tried to make it like it was part of his shit. But the truth is, you that ain't your story, sir. You cheated on her with 11 different people.
He really should have known that she was not the right person then if it took 11 bitches before that, because that means that you wasn't wanting to be there in the first damn place.
Hello, somebody.
How about he wasn't the right person? Like it ain't about necessarily her being the wrong person.
It was the wrong
you need 11 people to validate. You need 11 people to validate.
Amber,
you the one throwing your dick around the crap table, and you out there in these streets. Like you need to reel your stuff in a little bit.
All of these squares, because that's the shit I'm talking about.
But it didn't jade her from love. That's what I like too.
Wait, what?
Not jaded. She's not jaded from love. She's looking for love. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm glad
But
romantic, helpless romantic.
Okay, so
I get next time, Amber. Make sure.
I get the pump the brakes part, but I do, and again, what Lisa Ray said too. Like, people say, well, you have to take risks. You have to fall in love and these things. So people they're misconstrued about who their mate is because they don't know themselves, but they are in good faith trying to be good mates. And it's one thing to look inside yourself too, but it's not her fault that this dude ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm sick of these men trying to make excuses for why you ain't shit. You just ain't shit. Just keep the shit real. You just a piece of shit out here in these streets. So why don't you just go around here being by yourself?
Single. Yeah.
Just be single.
Don't be making families. Don't be making families.
Right. Just keep keeping the condom on. Do it that way.
Out here bogus. Just keep it 100
and having fun with it. That's it.
And then all the men gonna piggyback and act like, well, because it was an issue with her. Again, if you needed 11 people to fulfill you, then there's something wrong with you, and you might need to get some therapy to fix that empty hole in your heart. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more Cocktails with Queens. Messy Monday. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. At our new time, make sure you post on your social media pages when it all gets back up, telling your friends, and make sure you check us out at our new time, 5 p.m. on the West Coast and 8 p.m. on the East. Now, Queens, I came across this following tweet. I wanted to get y'all's opinion on this. Anthony O'Neill tweeted, ladies, if you're making $150,000 a year in your career and you can provide for you and your family, would you be good with a man that makes $40,000 a year? Would that bother you? Please be honest. Now, are you ladies, well, the ladies that are single, are you open to dating a man who makes $40,000 a year, or should his salary be a factor when it comes to you being with him? Ladies, what do y'all think?
If he makes it an issue, then it's a problem. Because I feel like this, that if I allow you to be around me and I'm like, yo, you my man, and like at the time I'm making more money, because things can change, and when they do change, you never know, something may happen in his life. He does something that then all of a sudden he's balling. And so in my opinion, if he makes it an issue, then it's a problem.
I would wonder how ambitious he is, because then I'm a very creative mind. And so I'm a strong businesswoman. So I need to have somebody that has ambition, because then we can sit down and talk about, okay, so how can we flip this? How can you?
You know me, it would have been a problem because he was younger than me. So,
well, he gonna have good D, ain't he?
I just had to kill myself. I'm sorry.
He gonna have great D though, ain't he?
Got to.
And a six pack and a smile, right?
Okay.
But a bright future.
Okay.
In front of them.
Potential, right,
I didn't
man?
mean to cut you off, Lisa Ray. I'm sorry.
No, I was actually finished. I was just saying that, you know, that for me, the mindset is everything for me, because that means we can take a little and make a lot, like Jenny from the block.
Selena, what do you think?
You know, I agree with Vivica and Lisa Ray. They pose very good points on different parts of the spectrum. And I just want to add to that, what other qualities does he possess? You know, just because you make $40,000 a year, are you a $40,000 a year scientist who's in an entry-level position that has the potential to earn more? Are you domestic? You know, are you the type of man that can fix? Are you a carpenter? Being married for 17 years, there are a lot more things that my husband has that are assets. My husband, when I met him, he was making way more than me. And then tables turn, like Vivica spoke about, you know, and then I had to pick up. And then this has been back and forth and back and forth. But because he has other attributes that help our marriage and our union. And one of those attributes is that he's an excellent father. You know, now I know that a lot of men haven't gotten to that level yet with the woman, because maybe they don't have kids, but that was an attribute that that really, really sustains me and allows me to make more money, even because he's such an awesome dad. You know what I'm saying? So I would ask both Vivica and Lisa Ray's questions, but I would also add, what other attributes do you have to offer to a relationship that could sustain it if neither one of us have anything? If neither one of us are, you know, if both of us need something, what is your hustle? Who steps up? Who's the man? Who, you know what I'm saying? Who saves the day? Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what really matters. If we both naked and ain't got no money, who's going to step up and go get us something to eat?
What's your parent? To piggyback off for all three of you ladies, it depends on the personality. There's some men that if they don't feel like they're equally yoked financially with their lady or more, they will be an absolute complete nightmare to be with because of their insecurities. And not everyone can deal with a more successful woman. It takes a special kind of man. And also, there's other ways to have value, to show value. Like you said, Selena, a friend of mine, she is a huge radio host. And she was telling me how she would always think, I got to get a man that makes as much as me or more. And she said she was, you know, going through them, just getting with these different kinds of men. They had a lot of money, but they all treated her like shit. And then she came to a realization one day. She goes, maybe the Lord blessed me with this career and all the money, so I'm able to have a man. Like, she's like, I got us. And the man that she has now, he feels and pours into her soul. And she's able to make more money because he picks up the slack in all those areas where she doesn't have to worry about anything. And the
what about when the woman, he can retire the woman, and then, you know, he makes all the money, and then she doesn't mind that he makes all the money too. That's the flip side of that too.
Yeah.
I like that.
You like that side better, Lisa Ray?
Right, Lisa Ray.
You know,
that side.
First of all, Lisa Ray is not dating nobody that makes $40,000 a year. Lisa Ray, you are not making anyone dating someone that makes $40,000 a month, never mind a year. I'm just saying. Look at you. Look at your face. She's like, ugh.
I mean, he couldn't handle her at $40,000 a year. He would just be like, you know what? Never mind. I try somebody different.
All right, ladies. Let's finish this with a game in honor of the 2021 BET Hip Hop Awards that taped on Friday. I want to play a fashionable game of hot or not. I'll show you some red carpet looks from the show. Oh, there we go. And I want you to tell me if the look was hot or not. Y'all ready to play hot or not?
Let's do it.
All right. First up, Nick Cannon. What do you think? Was his look hot or not?
A mess or not?
A smoking, messy mess.
What is going on? It looked like he took a piece of clothing from every one of his new kids and just threw it all together and made an outfit.
It looked like Christmas.
Who else?
It was Christmas.
Okay,
next up, Christmas. It was giving. It was just giving a lot.
Next up, Remy Ma. Hot or not? Remy Ma.
Hot.
Oh, hot. You know, she's been looking amazing lately.
Yes,
she has been getting all of the assignments right. Only thing I want to tell these children is I just have a problem. Oh, real quick, if the hair is dragging on the ground, that's the only thing that seems a little unsanitary to me. That's my only thing. Just go right to the ankle. But she looks great.
Okay, ladies, Tyler the Creator, was his look hot or not? Oh wow.
Oh wow. Unique.
Unique.
It's been going on
hometown.
vacation in the 70s.
It's unique. Yeah. I'm not gonna say not because I like that he does the whole like, different. So
He went out
unique.
there, stepped out the box in his suitcase.
Dream Doll, what do you think of her look? Hot or not?
I like the plaid. Plaid is really in this season. I just think it's the weird hips that everyone is doing this season.
Yeah, because you can't pull off everything.
I don't like
You
it.
know what I mean? With
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
It's the shoe boot for me. The shoe boot doesn't go. And it's the 1600 hips, 16th century hips. I don't like it.
Ari Fletcher, was her look hot or not? Ari Fletcher.
Let's see.
Where is it?
Cute.
It's
Okay, moving
basic.
on. Young Thug, hot or not? Young Thug.
Oh, I love Young Thug. Please come through.
Oh, that's good for him.
Okay.
He's giving you rock star. I told you. He's like a sexy rock star. I tell you. I'm not.
Oh, I like that St. John. Y'all heard St. John?
That's what he looks like. Hey, ladies, we got to talk more about this next week. We are running out of time. I want to thank my girls, Lisa, Ray, Vivica A. Fox, Selena Johnson. Thank you so much for watching us. Stick around for Fox Soul's Black Report and spread the word about our new time. 5
o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock
ladies.
Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. See y'all next Monday.